Slim Up Ultra, a latest generation piece of beauty equipment, offers a complete range of treatments which employs synergetic energies for globally treating unsightly body imperfections. The absolutely unique strength of Slim Up Ultra lies in a careful and detailed examination of energy associations and their ability to deal with a cosmetic problem from many directions, and with power boosted by these concerted efforts. Integrating a widely laboratory-tested infrared electrostimulation treatment with strong ultrasound wave sources represents a decisive innovation in the cosmetic industry, giving the professional beautician an advanced, complex yet easy-to-use tool. "16 adhesive stimulating electrodes. A full 20 active ultrasound heads distributed over just 4 easy-to-position plates, 6 infrared ray sources distributed through the use of a height-adjustable mobile arm, 7 resident programs which can be controlled in terms of time and intensity to treat the most common cosmetic problems." The heart of Slim Up Ultra is based on 6 sources of infrared rays with wavelengths selected from those with the power to penetrate the skin barrier and to act at a depth most useful to the beautician, i.e. the depth at which cellulite and fat cells accumulate. Thanks to the infrared rays which raise the temperature in these areas, the metabolism of the fatty tissue is consistently increased for prolonged periods. This achieves a reducing action on fat accumulations and sculpts the silhouette. The beneficial effects of the infrared rays are numerous: faster lymphatic drainage, improved tissue oxygenation and nutrition, regenerating, healing and anti-age effect on the skin, improved penetration of cosmetic products, muscle relaxing and pain relief action, as well as a marked improvement in mood. These actions extend the ray's field of action to the problem of cellulite in all of its various forms, and to that of toning the skin and stimulating superficial and deep circulation. This wide selection of functions is joined by 2 other types of energy, which makes Slim Up Ultra unique in its kind in terms of potential and versatility: ultrasound and electrostimulation. The 20 high-power ultrasound sources of Slim Up Ultra ensure high-packed action. Ultrasound waves are basically generated vibrations, well known in medical practice, which in the form of ultrasound waves penetrate biological tissue, releasing part of their energy and generating an increase in temperature, vibration of the penetrated particles, and modification of cellular permeability. In Slim Up Ultra, these effects are used to dramatically increase the effect of the infrared rays on localized fat. In fact, the increase in local temperature intensifies the above-described action of the rays, but with the addition of a cavitation effect, direct destruction through the explosion of liquid microbubbles, and a permeabilizing effect on the fat cell membrane. The beauty therapy effects of the ultrasound waves are not limited to lipolysis, but also include fibrolysis, or the reduction of the widespread connecting fibers of advanced cellulite, and the accumulation of localized fibroadiposity, which is very difficult to treat. Capillarizing, oxygenating and detoxification action, analgesic pain relief and myorelaxant action, facilitated absorption of cosmetic products through the skin. Lastly, ultrasound waves activate fibroblasts, which are important in tissue regeneration and skin tone. The 16 adhesive electrodes for the Slim Up Ultra electrostimulation function complete the series of global treatments for a more beautiful body. Modulated bidirectional square wave current maintains and improves tone even in the most difficult areas. The use of specific frequencies and programs developed using the most recent research in this sector makes it possible to work on large, deep muscle groups for shaping the silhouette, as well as on the very thin superficial and subcutaneous muscle groups for improving loose skin tone. The analgesic and myorelaxing effect on the infrared rays and ultrasound waves make the Slim Up Ultra current very gentle and imperceptible, eliminating any and all discomfort during treatment. The precise rational association of several synergetic actions makes it possible to concretely deal with fat and cellulite by improving skin tone, harmoniously shaping the silhouette, and treating the main body imperfections. The perfect synergy between the 6 sources of infrared rays, the different muscle electrostimulation programs, and the 20 ultrasonic sources, applied with plates specially designed to operate in synergy with the infrared rays, ensure evident and quick results, producing slimming down effect to reduce extra weight, obesity, highly active on pockets of fat and localized fatty deposits, toning up and hardening action not only of all body muscles but also skin surfaces, with special reference to the abdomen, inside of thighs, breasts, buttocks. Multi-factor treatment of cellulite with reducing, hardening, draining and oxygenating effect. Remodeling of silhouette thanks to possibility of concentrated action on specific body areas only. Ideal for integrating with and consolidating traditional beauty treatments. Pre-massage relaxation and extension of muscles. Better penetration of cosmetic products. Anti-stress and energizing effect. Slim Up Ultra thus permits obtaining a reduction of fat localized on the abdomen, glutae and thighs, and at the same time increasing muscle tone. It is also strongly effective on cushions of fat and localized fat buildup. Slim Up Ultra is the result of research, design and experimentation, with verification of medical, technical and regulatory aspects also backed by scientific studies. All this is documented by a clinical study conducted by Dr. Andrea Paolo Rosso. The study was performed on 12 voluntary patients, all female and aged between 23 and 41. The patients were selected on the basis of the presence of a change in correct body silhouette due to the presence in the abdominal, glutae, thigh area of one or more of the following aesthetic situations. Cellulite in any stage and with any characteristics, recent, soft, lymphodermic, with adipose, etc. Excess fat, localized or extensive, loss of skin tone and elasticity. In order to restrict external effects to the utmost, the volunteers were asked to maintain their normal lifestyle, and in particular not to start slimming diets, beauty treatments or beauty therapies, and cycles of sport activity or physical activity in general during the study period. All the selected individuals completed experimentation. Each individual performed 12 sessions during the period of time between the 6th of October and the 26th of November 2007. The assessment of the response to treatment was based on different instrumental parameters. Measuring of weight in kilograms and measuring of circumference in centimeters at repeatable heights. These figures were recorded at the start of each single session. Final measurement was made a week after the last session. A standardized method was used exploiting the Slim Up Station appliance. Analysis of the different body compartments obtained with a multi-frequency bioimpedance meter determined at the start of the treatment cycle and 1 week after its end. Ultrasound scan of the soft tissue of the repeatable thigh reference points, thigh and hip, determined at the start of the treatment cycle and 1 week after the end of the cycle. Photographic documentation in the 3 front projections, dorsal and left lateral, at the start and 1 week after the end of the treatment cycle. The results were very interesting. Despite the absence of any dietary restriction, an average reduction of 2.2 kilograms was achieved. probably the result of the infrared and ultrasonic lipolytic effect on the fatty masses. Weight comparison chart before and after treatment. The data relating to the measurements taken in the 4 study points must be underlined. The average reduction of the total of the 4 parameters amounts to 22.04 centimeters, with a reduction of 4.6 centimeters at the waistline, 6.9 centimeters at the tummy, 6.5 centimeters at the hips, and 4.3 centimeters at the thigh. These data are even more significant when studied case by case, because the average of the 4 points, or the average on the 12 patients, tends to level out the best results for each single individual. We have in fact found the following best reduction results. At the waistline, 8.4 centimeters, at the tummy, 10.2 centimeters, at the hips, 9.8 centimeters, at the thigh, 6.1 centimeters. Here are some photos of a patient before and after treatment. AT, 23 years old, cashier, height 159.5 centimeters. Considerable reduction of thighs with increase of space between these. Improvement of waistline and tummy. Considerable reduction of waistline, hips, trochanteric cushions. Increase of space between thighs. Improvement in appearance of cellulite. Excellent reduction of waistline and tummy. Impedance meter readings are also extremely interesting, especially considering the absence of a contemporary diet and backup physical exercise. The treatment was able to considerably improve mass distribution, with a 1.2 average reduction in the percentage of fatty mass, and a contemporary 0.95 average increase in the percentage of muscle mass. The treatment affected all the subcutaneous layers. The average reduction by ultrasound section at thighs was 0.4 centimeters. The images showed a good response of the fibrous structures, with a reduction in the thickness of the hyperechogen layers in most patients. There was also a strong improvement in the aqueous component of the deep layers. This resculpting in the sense of a greater tissue physiology leads us to presume there will be a good response in the future as well. Here is an example of how the echography of one of the persons changed. Excellent reduction on all layers with ultrasound slimming appearance of hyperechogen strips, fibrous structures.
Treatment with the Slim Up Ultra appliance, performed over 12 sessions without contemporaneous diet and increase in physical exercise, showed itself to be considerably effective. The following results were achieved. Excellent reduction in circumference centimeters, waist, hips, glutae, thighs. Shift of fatty mass to muscle mass in accordance with a good reduction in body weight. A much improved appearance of silhouette documented by photos. The ultrasound scan of the soft tissues further confirmed rearrangement of deep tissue relating to the aqueous, adipose and fibrous component, with expectation of further improvement of the external parameters in the immediate future. To the expected lipolytic action of the ultrasounds and infrared rays has certainly been added a strong firming component due to the electrostimulation, which has affected centimeters and silhouette. Probable consequence of the considerable rearrangement of the deep tissue in a more physiological sense, indicated by the ultrasound scan.
Slim Up Ultra also represents an important advance when it comes to rejuvenating and firming the face and body. through 2 handpieces which open up new and fascinating horizons in cosmetic treatment. The face handpiece, which combines a high-intensity white light with electrostimulation, is reserved for face rejuvenating, for toning and biostimulating trophic cutaneous effects. On one hand, the extremely gentle electrostimulating frequency performs face gymnastics to restore consistency at the deep muscular level. On the other, white light contributes pure energy to the skin. The light is supplied by the latest in LED technology, high density and high luminosity. Athermic LEDs which mix 3 frequency bands with progressively deeper penetration in the blue, green and red spectrums. The energy which this luminous band brings into the skin stimulates skin cell production, fibroblast activity, and the production of structural connective fibers. It fosters greater recovery of skin moisture and normalization of microcirculation, as it perfectly integrates typically rejuvenating, antioxidizing, smoothing, elasticizing, and skin lightening activity, with deep muscle firming and toning effects. The face-body handpiece takes advantage of the emission of superficial ultrasound waves at 3 MHz, capable of concentrating the well-known stimulating trophic fibroblast activating effects on the skin layers. However, it particularly favours the diffusion of active substances through the use of specifically formulated gels. Tonic and revitalizing cosmetic ingredients are used in the anti-age face treatment, but also in the treatment of particular areas of the body, like sagging skin on the inner thigh, arms, belly and breast areas. Slim Up Ultra features an apparatus with 6 infrared ray sources with high penetration frequency, designed to irradiate the part to be treated in an effective and uniform way. 2 ultrasonic plates with 6 emitters, 2 ultrasonic plates with 4 emitters, 2 ultrasonic plates with 2 emitters. 8 channels for the electrostimulation of the body with wind-up cords for the application of 16 electrodes. 1 handpiece for the ultrasonic treatment of the face and body. A face handpiece for combined electrostimulation and high-intensity white light treatment. With Slim Up Ultra, professional beauty treatment has at its disposal a cutting-edge technology instrument, complex and complete, easy to use, with compact dimensions. It only takes up half a square metre, adapts to any couch, and can be located in any booth.